Hey everybody, Chris here, 4 Directions Bushcraft. Today, I want to test out the product bags that we offer on 4directionsbushcraft.com. These are 100% cotton bags, and as you guys probably know, I mean, there's an unlimited amount of uses you can use a cotton bag for in a survival situation, or even out in, when you're doing your day hikes, or when you're doing your bushcrafting or survival 3 days or overnighters or anything. I mean, you can, the amount of uses is virtually unlimitless. You can stuff this full of leaves, pine needles, cedar boughs, anything you want. Use it as a pillow. Some of the obvious reasons: you can filter water through it. You can use it as a bandana. You can use it as a compression bandage. You can use it as a tourniquet if you had to. You can take this apart. You can braid it. Use it as a bow drill cordage. Use it as cordage for anything. The drawstring itself is obviously cordage. The amount of uses is really, really unlimitless. Toilet paper, You can use it to gather edibles. It's a bag, I mean, obviously you can use a bag for anything. So those are the more obvious reasons, but today we want to test out the less obvious reasons. I want to see if this will catch a spark with my ferro rod just as it is, dry. And I also want to try it wet. I want to soak this bag, and I want to try to expose some of the surface area on it and see if it'll catch a spark. We want to do the same thing when it's dry, to see if it'll act as a, it should, 100% cotton, it should act as like dryer lint. We want to make char cloth out of this little one and see if it'll, see how good of quality the char cloth would be. I got a lot of muddy water over here that we just collected from the creek. I don't know if you can tell, but it's real nasty, discolored. I want to see how well it will filter that water out. Now, it's not going to sanitize it. It's just going to filter the hard particles out of there. The char cloth and starting a fire with it, seeing how well it'll catch a spark. Now, then we can sanitize our water, obviously. Geez, what else could you use this for? We want to test those small ones out today. Maybe we'll come up with some other tests later. But I think that's a good start for the 4directionsbushcraft.com product bags. You get this bag with all your fat wood. You get it with the tinder mixer. You get this bag with the one-time fire. And so basically, we're putting all of our products in these bags except for the wax rounds. But I normally throw in something extra anyway. I mean, I'm not looking to make any, make it rich off of my products or anything. I just want to share them to you guys, I want everybody to have a bag like this, go out, collect their edibles in it, I'm not charging an arm and a leg for my stuff. I just want to share it. And, if it's good enough to go in my pack, it's definitely going to be good enough to go in your pack, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to sell something that's not worth it or not bushcraft. I love what we do. I love bushcraft, and that's the bottom line. I mean, I love being out here and using stuff that works, And so that's what we're going to pass along, and that's why we're going to test it today. I haven't tested this bag, and, we're going to put it to the test, so stay tuned. Buddy, so we're going to try to make, essentially what we're going to try to do is create some surface area. Let's see if it'll catch a spark even without a... We're going to start offering these, by the way, as well, on 4directionsbushcraft.com. It's just a 5" by 1/2" ferro rod on a lanyard with a 4directionsbushcraft.com carabiner. So you can buy these with the fatwood handle, or you're going to be able to buy these with the lanyard as well. Okay, so we're gonna see if this will catch a spark just without scratching the surface to create surface area. We're just gonna see if it'll catch a spark on the end here, maybe. I want to save this bag. This is my only bag that I have today, unfortunately. So I want to save this. We're gonna filter water through it. Look at that, it already caught it. Can you see that smoking? There it is down there. You don't even need to char these. You don't even need to char these. Look at that. See the hole getting bigger and bigger? It's smoking. Fantastic. You don't even need to scratch these to create surface area out of them in order for them. Look, that's a piece of char cloth already. Fantastic. Fantastic multi-use of the bag. I mean, these bags are blowing me away already. Look at how big look at it. It just keeps going and going and going. All right, I can use that. See, I haven't tested these out yet. We're gonna put that out because I want to use the other corner of the bag to filter my water. See, I haven't tested these out yet. This is why we run the tests at 4directionsbushcraft.com. I want to know if I'm out. I mean, this is my own product, but I'm going to use this in a survival situation. It's going to be, you know, I want to make sure it works for me. And if it works for me, it's going to work for you guys. That's the whole point of this. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. We're going to cut. So we cut this section out of the bag. That's the one that caught the spark from my ferro rod, and I didn't even have to scrape any surface area up off of it. We're going to save this to do another test. We are going to get a small tinder bundle together, so stay tuned. Me and Brandon gathered some cedar bark. We got a little bit of birch bark here. I mean, really, we don't even need the birch bark, I don't think. But we'll stuff it in there. We have our fire built up down here with some kindling and everything. And we have a piece of that's the one we already tested. A piece of the 4directionsbushcraft.com bag. And what we're gonna do is we'll flip it over. And this, like you guys saw, just caught a spark without even, I didn't even need to expose any of the surface area on here. It just caught the spark. I mean, we don't even need to make char cloth really, but we're gonna see how it does. So there it goes again. Lights right up. No big deal. You see that?
Jeez, I'm recording.
Yeah. So we're gonna just stuff that in here. And that'll just stay lit, stay smoldering.
That's crazy, Dad. Dad, that's so crazy.
So that's without even making char cloth.